Hey gamers! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane to explore 13 old computer games from the USA that have faded into history. These gems once captivated our imaginations, but over time, they've slipped into obscurity. Let's dive in. First up is Zork, released in 1980 by Infocom. This text-based adventure game plunged players into the great underground empire. With no graphics, it relied entirely on players' imaginations and detailed descriptions. Despite its influence on the adventure genre, it's now a relic of the past. Next is Lode Runner from 1983, created by Doe Smith. This action puzzle game was renowned for its unique level editor and challenging gameplay. Once a staple of early home computers, it's been overshadowed by more modern titles. The next is King's Quest. In 1984, Sierra Online released King's Quest, a pioneering graphic adventure game. It combined intricate puzzles with a rich storyline. However, as the adventure game genre evolved, King's Quest faded, remembered fondly by those who grew up with it. Who could forget the Oregon Trail? Developed in 1971 and popularized in schools during the 80s and 90s, this educational game taught students about the perils of 19th century pioneer life. You Have Died of Dysentery became a cultural meme, but the game itself has largely disappeared from modern classrooms. SimCity, released in 1989 by Maxis, was a revolutionary city-building simulator. Players could create and manage their own cities, balancing budgets and dealing with disasters. While its legacy lives on in newer simulation games, the original SimCity has been left behind. Myst, developed by Cayenne in 1993, was a groundbreaking adventure puzzle game. Its stunning graphics and immersive story captivated millions. Despite its initial success, Myst's complex puzzles and slower gameplay have made it less accessible to today's gamers. Commander Keen, created by id Software in 1990, was a beloved side-scrolling platformer. It brought fast-paced action to home seas and was a precursor to id's later hits like Doom. However, the series hasn't seen new releases, leaving it in the annals of gaming history. In 1989, Jordan Mechner's Prince of Persia wowed players with its fluid animations and challenging platforming. While the franchise has seen reboots, the original game's groundbreaking impact is often overshadowed by its successors. Wing Commander, released in 1990 by Origin Systems, set new standards for space combat simulators. Its cinematic storytelling and immersive gameplay were ahead of their time. Yet, the series has faded, outpaced by modern space sims. Descent, from 1995, offered a unique 6 degrees of freedom shooter experience. Its fully 3D environments were revolutionary. Despite its innovation, Descent is now a lesser-known classic, overshadowed by more recent FPS games. Earthworm Jim, released in 1994, was a quirky, humorous platformer with memorable characters. Developed by Shiny Entertainment, it was a hit in its day, but has since become a nostalgic memory for many gamers. Star Control 2, from 1992, blended space exploration with real-time combat and deep storytelling. Praised for its open-ended gameplay and rich universe, it remains a cult favorite but hasn't seen the mainstream success of other space games. Finally, Ultima Underworld, released in 1992, was a pioneering RPG that introduced players to a fully 3D immersive dungeon experience. It laid the groundwork for future RPG, but is often forgotten in the shadow of its more famous successors. These 13 games were trailblazers in their time, pushing the boundaries of what computer games could be. While they faded into history, their influence on modern gaming is undeniable. If you ever get the chance, revisit these classics to experience a piece of gaming history. Thanks for joining us on this nostalgic journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more gaming content. Share your favorite old computer games in the comments below.